A lot's been transpiring in the news. So, approximately 10, I want to say 10, maybe 11 prisoners escaped from a Louisiana jail.
Right.
More than half your life.
Mm-hmm.
What do you make of these people escaping the Louisiana jail?
Run. Old thing called run, nigga, run. Cause that's what you better do. You better not stop running. Cause once you slow down, hesitation gonna cause incarceration. So you better not hesitate, then you better keep running. But I always told you to, you know my motto. What's my motto to him? I like the what?
Bad gotta win.
Sometime. Get away, nigga. Y'all ran? You gotta be nuts. Let me tell you. Tell us my crib.
Right.
Once upon a time I was out of jail cell, man. I witnessed, I was in the cell and I witnessed a new dude come in. You know what I'm saying? Young blood. A real aggressive blood dude. And I was laying in my bunk one day and he came in, he talking loud. Hey man, what's up, man? What's up, blood, this, dog, this. I just sit there and I pay the gun. I'm a whole crib. And I seen him he was a real big influence to the ones that knew who he was. And they attached to him real quick like a magnet. And all of them sitting over there listening to him. And all that day, all I kept seeing the young dudes over the corner talking. Now the blood came in, he had a cast on his arm right there. Half a cast. Then I found out who the blood was. Oh, you that blood that killed the little girl at the birthday party with the grandmama. Cause he got jumped at the store by some Crips. And the Crips ran around to some apartments. He never seen no apartments. The Crips went in, he just assumed they was at that apartment. He shot the apartment up. But when he shot the apartment up, the little girl was having a birthday party there. Wasn't no Crips in there. And he killed the grandmama and the little girl that was having the birthday. That's a sad chase. Y'all can look it up in Folkways. But anyway, he ended up walking on the block that day. Young blood. A lot of y'all bloods know who he is. I'm calling him Young Blood. I'm stick to Young Blood so I won't, get no enemies. I don't shit on nobody's name. But Young Blood, he came in and he started talking to some of the guys in the tank. He's real aggressive. Then I turned to one dude and said, give me your shoes. And I seen him take his shoes off and give them to him. And he put them on, he said, nah, I don't need them. He told him, he looked over there, man, he looked at me and said, look at, he said, man, what size you were? I said, my size, my nigga. I said, my size. He did his head like this, I never did. And then he didn't say nothing else to me. He went back to talk to them. I don't play the what size shoe, because he was so aggressive. Whatever he asked for, niggas giving it to him right off the rip. Come to find out he was plotting on making an escape. He just needed a couple of crash dummies to go with him. Come to find out that's what that hugging shit up all night about. He looking for shoes and shit. Got a whole cast on your hand. Come to find out he worked all night just to cut that cast in half. By the time that evening I seen him get the motherfucker, he took the cast off. Then the cast off. And then that morning he woke up, the cast was back on. I said, what the fuck nigga doing? He got a cast on his arm now. I ain't seeing him, I'm just watching. But the plot was for them to get away after county jail. Now, to me, myself, I ain't the smartest nigga in the world, but I ain't the dumbest nigga in the world. In county jail, this motherfucker 26 feet up in there. How the fuck gonna get down there? But you niggas, y'all, you know what? That gotta be somebody gotta be a mastermind or something that's planning this type of escape. I wanna see this one. But he's smart. He knew what to do. It's called patience. Patience when you watch everything. What he did, he watched the schedule, watched who was coming. He knew this day was the best day to do it. We had a little old short lady, man, I swear to God, she wasn't about 4'3". Little fine, little nice little white girl, cool number. Cool, but she wasn't number 4'3", and everybody liked her because she was short. You get to beat your dick. Y'all know the routine on her. She was good. With everybody, to everybody. But this morning, I don't give a damn how good she is when it comes time to escape. Ain't nothing but food and bait. You the worm on the hook. So I know she was gonna come that morning and ask me. I said, what's going on? She said, cuz they finna get out of here in the morning. I said, how? She said, they gonna stay. How, nigga? They can't get out this mother. They must ain't noticed. Nigga 26 feet up in the goddamn air. But the thing was, when they come in the morning, Charles McCrook, the Great Escape. Early that morning, they said, red call. The little lady came in. And all of them jumped up to get it. I never forget the little dude say, man, told the essay, give me your shoes. Same thing with that. He gave them the shoes. They all left and they went to Rick. The thing was, when they got on the elevator, that blood dude took that little cast He busted that little lady across her head with it. Bam! With the beating with that cast on her head. They jacked the elevator. They took the elevator hostage. How stupid could you be to take an elevator hostage? Cause you know what's gonna be waiting on you when that elevator door open? Goddamn, Tony. You ain't made it out the goddamn me facility yet. Who you think there? It ain't like this elevator leads outside to open up and we free. That's why I ain't understanding, because this elevator go to another floor, to another floor, to another floor.
Anderson, it's certainly a serious situation. These inmates, escaped inmates, are facing a variety of charges, including violent charges such as murder, aggravated assault, false imprisonment. So let's dig a little bit deeper here into the timeline and what happened with this brand new surveillance video. 12:23 a.m. You can see them right there yanking on these doors, pulling them off the tracks, says the sheriff. Then at 1 a.m., it is at this moment that a corrections monitoring technician stepped away from their position where they would be visually watching this pod to go grab some food. And that is the moment the sheriff tells us that the inmates exited through a hole in the wall behind the toilet, got into the loading dock, and you can see them right here. This is after they scaled the wall, going past the barbed wire, and then going through this interstate. Now, the Orleans Parish Sheriff, Susan Hudson, says that the cells had defective locks, but they also had evidence of this being an inside job. The plumbing and the rebar that you can see right here had been clean cut with those big bolts removed that could only have happened with outside help, they said. Now, officials discovered that they were missing at least 7 hours later since their escape. Since this has happened, they have suspended 3 of the employees there pending the outcome of this internal investigation. And the sheriff insisted that the moment they found out, they immediately started calling victims and started calling survivors to warn them of what had happened. Now, listen to this off the rails presser, Anderson, and you can see how officials are answering.
So no one was watching live video all night at the jail?
I won't say no one was watching live video,
Then
but
how did nobody see them
there are
leaving
over
the jail?
900 cameras.
How did nobody see them leaving the jail?
There are over 900 cameras in
No,
this
it's
facility.
just, how did no one see a massive jailbreak? But it's your job. It's your job to monitor every single person in this facility every day. Do you want to say you're sorry to the people of New Orleans for having this happen? I mean,
We are underfunded, understaffed, underpaid. So we do our best to hire staff and retain them, but like everyone else, we're short.
Wow. I mean, Chief Ramsey, it's kind of remarkable. I mean, he's saying there's 900 cameras. If there's no one actually watching the cameras or watching the video feed, then that seems initially. Isabel said that it just happened that this person allegedly got up for food at the exact same time that this jailbreak occurred. What stands out to you about this, Chief?
Well, first of all, that timing's awful suspicious. I mean, you know, you leave to get food at the same time these guys decide to escape. I mean, that is by itself tells you that something is just not right. There's no way they could have done this without help from the inside, and they probably have some help on the outside once they got out. I wouldn't doubt that at all. They've only caught one so far. There was a 7-hour gap from the time they actually escaped to the time they were noticed to be missing, 8:30, and it was another hour before they notified law enforcement about the escape. This whole thing it just stinks. It's bad, and somebody's got to be held accountable. This is just not acceptable. I know that they're on the defense right now, but they should be on the defense. I mean there's just no way something like this should happen.
Hello, y'all. Welcome to Bam Bam Raw TV. I'm Bam Bam, aka the 411 Giant. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you know when my next video coming out. We're gonna keep it coming to you. On this episode here, I'm basically doing, people ask me to do a reaction video to OG Percy, a video about the 11 inmates, the 10 inmates that escaped from New Orleans. All right, and like I said, we gonna get into it. I'm gonna give you my opinion of it and everything. And I heard his opinion. Much respect, OG Percy and everything. But this and that, we just I'm gonna give you my take on it and everything. Now, number one, we don't have, it wasn't a county jail because we don't have counties in Louisiana. Louisiana used to be owned by the French, so we have parishes. So we have parish jail. He broke out of, which is honest mistake and everything. Not getting on him, just talking. So the parish jail, in which they broke out in New Orleans Parish, and okay, they broke out of there. Okay, he said they escaped. That was they broke out that they broke out that song going like a herd of cows. So it's more like a breakout. But they broke out. They broke up out there like a herd of cows, and they got away. And it was 10 of them. And according to the recent record, they done caught 3 of them, and the rest of them is on the run now. And OG Percy tells about how he's seen other people. Had this other guy come and he escaped, and he did all this. Him bashed the woman across the head and all that, which going on. And once you escape, they gonna get you gonna get the chair, you gonna get the penalty, you gonna get all this. When you escape, they got you're probably gonna get 10 more years added. Now, officer, if the individual done hurt somebody in the process of the escaping going on, it can be aggravating situation that'll take it up to probably a little bit more, 20-something, or maybe a little bit more, and going on like that. But they're not gonna give you the death penalty, or they're not gonna give you all. You can't have no 6-month charge, and then they give you all day just because you broke out, you escaped. Escape usually carry about 10 years. But like I said, unless it is extenuating circumstance in which you'd have hurt somebody like that, it generally round up in that area. So it ain't like don't escape or you gonna get the electric chair if you escape. A lot of those guys, you got to understand when you're doing a breakout, like a bunch out like that. A lot of these guys, say I was around some guys. I was around JoJo Ward escaped from the jail, from the city jail, cracked a police woman in the head with the gun, escaped, got away, went to California and everything. He took one woman with him. He opened the door for a lot of other people. They wouldn't go. They wouldn't go because they was in the city jail. And in the city jail, most of those guys, max they were facing was 6 months. So therefore, the risk wasn't, what they was facing wasn't worth it. So a lot of them turned, they're like, no, we cool, man. It ain't that heavy for us. You understand? So some of those guys, but there's also, when you have a breakout like that, you got to take under consideration, you got some dudes, you got some guys who may want to, they see a breakout and they just, it's human nature not to want to be captured, not to want to be held. You know what I'm saying? Black folks is the only people got that comfortable with being in jail, to the fact that we ain't white people, Spanish people. El Chapo will tell you, the white guy who broke out of the man folded himself up and put himself in a box and mailed himself out of USP Pollock. Look it up. The man got out there. That's how serious he was to get out. You done had other guys, you know what I'm saying? Not many in the Fed, but you done got other guys, they willing to go through the screen to do it. But when you have a bust out like that, the door done got bust open. Now you sitting here and your mind is like, God, they're gonna freedom right here. And you sit here like, damn man, what? But I ain't got, but a lot of them, some of them, they may not have but 6 months. Some of them may have 3 years. Some of them may be facing this because they was on sinners. Some of them may be facing this. But the lure of having an opportunity to be free and get away, no man don't want to be, when them doors open, you may not wasn't going to go there and pry on them doors, but when somebody pry on that door and they open them sun gun for you, your brain is whirling. Do I just sit in here and then everybody else running? So it get like a Lima effect. You take off running in. Now some of them guys who ain't facing that much, they gonna sit back and they gonna be mad at themselves. And that's it. They gonna go out. They gonna be on the run. They gonna get to find a girl, maybe have sex. He'll get them some dope. He'll get them some alcohol. He'll get whatever. They're gonna enjoy a little freedom going on. But when the end of the day come, if they did not have a extreme large amount of time charged, then they're gonna be very, very sad and disappointed because they're gonna get at least 10 more years, for that. And so if they was facing 2 years and had a chance of getting, they gonna be very sad about that. But what would you expect? The excitement, the adrenaline going on. Somebody pop the door open for you, and here they say, "Here go freedom right here," and you supposed to sit back. You know, even animals, God dog animal, let certain animals' leg get caught in a trap, especially them Tasmanian devils and them them little badgers. They'll chew their foot off. They ain't trying to be there. Nobody enjoy being captured and held up. We understand that they got to go through the process. They may not gonna be breaking the door down. They may not gonna be trying to be part of the escape. They probably ain't putting all their mind to escaping. But when the doors is open in front of them, look how they running out of there. That wasn't no, okay, we already had this. We was already had this all planned. Everybody running, they running up out that gym like the door just been open. You know what I'm saying? Just been bust open, and freedom is there for them. They not running like dudes who had planned. They running all falling all over each other. They not organized. It didn't see no organization to it. Again, like I said, I remember a guy mailed himself away. I know guys who have deliberately put time and effort digging tunnels, digging holes, and put time and effort into an escape. But when you just pop out and somebody just pop you out, then that's a bust. That's a bust out. That escape got a lot of time and mental thinking into it and everything. But anyway, those guys, they not gonna be facing no death penalty just for trying to escape. You know what I'm saying? And well, basically they didn't even, it was a bunch out. It was a run out because they didn't escape. But the thing about it is the thing that were running through them guys' head, anybody who ran and didn't have enough time to take their risk, they were just moving off adrenaline. And what's gonna happen? They're gonna eventually find them because they haven't made no plans. And I do agree with OG Percy that the last place you should want to go, even if your people will welcome you, is around your people, because that's gonna be the first place that they look. And again, why would you want your people, because of their love for you, to let you in, and then knowing that it's going to endanger them as far as getting them time for harboring a fugitive? So that would not be recommended. So I be it, but I wouldn't even think that way. I would be as far away from my people as possible. I would not want to be nowhere where I'm known to be at. I wouldn't want to be, you know what I'm saying? And I want to be very careful about the way I move and the things I do. But like I said, some of them, I remember with them, I think of them 3 white guys, they ran off. They ran away, and they got tired. They started turning themselves in. They got hungry, they got tired, and life was too hard for them. So now I don't know what them little dudes got going on and whatever and going on. Like I said, and I agree with OG Percy. I'm based on my life and all I've been through and going on, I got to side with the underdog. I got to side with the convict, with the criminal. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what we go through. And like you said, you're in jail. It's overcrowded. You got 3 people in a cell. This dude here using the bathroom while you trying to eat, stepping all over you. You got all this here going on. It's not even a humane situation to live in. So you get a chance. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? You got men living in inhumane condition. Now I say again, to my disappointment, black people are more comfortable being captured and held based on that Willie Lynch doctrine. They too comfortable being standing up for themselves in jail, fighting for rights and stuff in jail. They too comfortable being treated any kind of way in these jails. They're too comfortable just to sit, I'm sitting here. Come on, man. I'm in jail. According to y'all rules and regulations, I'm supposed to be treated decently. I'm supposed to have proper bedding. I ain't supposed to be sleeping on that floor with nobody crapping over me. I'm not supposed to be in this situation. I'm supposed to have proper food, proper sanitary, this, proper this. You give me an incident report. If if I ain't got the proper hygiene in my cell, that's an incident report. That's called unsanitary practice. So now you can give me an incident report for my cell being dirty, but you don't give me no cleaning supplies. How do that work? So it's a lot going on with the system, and instead of holding these people, as they say, let these people make bond. If you can't hold them, you find a way to let them make bond. Those who can make bond, y'all got dudes in there for tickets. You grab a Negro and you don't never want to let him go. I mean, anybody else, any other race go in there, they give them a ticket, they let them out on the OR, on the old reconnaissance. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfair. It's not right. It's unfair. I mean, I ain't no angel. I don't do what I used to do, but I ain't no angel. And I mean, I have my run in with the jail system going on. I take my lick and I move on because I'm not going to do nothing serious enough to have to break out of the jail. So that's never gonna be my issue. My issue is gonna be whatever I got to face ain't heavy enough for it. And I'm gonna keep it that way. You understand? So, but I said, as OG Percy was saying, he tell the story about, like I said, I've been around guys, and I actually, when I was up there with Tony, man, that son gun Tony, he had made him a rack and everything, and that son gun, he dug a hole in USP Leavenworth. He dug a hole in a tunnel, and he was sneaking out there putting food in there to store it. And his plan, according to everybody, the people, his plan was, he knew that he wasn't going to be able to get over that wall at USP Leavenworth. So he knew they was going to be looking for him for at least the first couple of days. So he had enough food in that tunnel, that hole that he had buried, that had dug down there by the drainage and covered up and everything, because he worked out on the yard. That son gonna had a place, and he had it covered up so good they wouldn't have never found him. But they ended up finding the food in there. And anyway, long story short is he didn't get the chance to make it to the hole and everything. But the fact that he had that hole there, his plan was to lay there for about 4 or 5 days. When they stopped looking, they were gonna stop looking around the compound, and they were gonna start looking elsewhere, because they were gonna automatically assume that he hadn't got out of their area, out of their search area. Then they was gonna broaden their search, which means they were gonna take the focus away from the compound. And then he was gonna ease them. Well, nobody gonna be out there to tell on him but the cats and a couple of tower guards who sleep. So he had a good plan, and he took his time and meticulous. It didn't work out and going on, but that's the people that are around. But the thing is, and OG Percy said, "Oh, they're gonna get you." And they go, "Oh no, I'm tell you, I'm pretty sure that warden gonna try to beat the shit out of them. Gonna try that warden and all the officers and especially administration. See, if somebody escaped on your watch, that administration get fired. If somebody kills somebody on your watch, that administration stay there. If somebody kills somebody, if somebody get killed on your watch, that administration cool. So you can kill a son going, administration they ain't give a hoot about that. But when you run away, you messing with their job. When you run away, they looking at where they gonna find unemployment at. So they got to do something. They jobs is up. They jobs is up. But you ain't never seen a warden stay there after somebody done escaped his jail. Look at it. The warden don't stay there after you escape that jail. Now then shit goes down the hill. So I'm looking for that whole administration to be gone. And I'm looking for it to be questionable for them to ever get a job in the Department of Correction on that level again, where they have to be over inmates or over the security or something. They may work, you see them again, they may be working in there, they may be the cook in the kitchen, but they ain't gonna have no power no more. And they ain't gonna be able to get no job. If they do, it's exception to all rules, depending on how many connections you got. So, I mean, this is just, going along with what OG Percy said, and I'm rebounding off that. But that's why they got so much that they putting into it, and they want them back, because that's a personal strike against them. You know what I'm saying? You kill somebody that happened in jail going on. There ain't no personal strike yet then. But now you messing with their job. You messing with you messing with their job now. So they're gonna take that serious. They're gonna take that serious. They're gonna be as dirty as they can. Some of them be lucky if they come back alive. So it is something to think about. You know what I'm saying? But like I said again, that was a bust out. I think some of them people was moving off of drilling. They look like school children being let out for reset. Everybody looked like they were overexcited. Wasn't nobody looking like somebody who was really calculating and trying to get from A to B. They falling and stumbling all over each other. And like I said, that's their life. They doing what they want to do. But I'm pretty sure some of them people I could be wrong. Some of them people are going to regret with the extra time that they get. They're going to regret making that, being part of that. And I understand the drilling rush and going on the drilling rush of the door be popped open and everything, like I said. But I mean, I'm very surprised that there are many did run because, like I said, black people are the most comfortable people being locked, incarcerated, and just sitting, not fighting for their rights, not trying to change nothing, not trying to exercise their right, not trying to do nothing but just sit there and be at the mercy of someone else, especially in an environment that you have rights, an environment to be treated as a human. You're not an animal, you're not a dog. You should not be living like this here. If y'all got enough money to do everything else, y'all got enough money to build a bigger jail. Y'all got enough money to give to these people and get these people over here and do this and that going on. You got enough money to build a bigger jail. Or start letting people go with that bull crap and put them on house arrest or put them on whatever. You do that to the system, but the inmate is suffering and the system suffering because you got a guard who got to be over 30 people when he's supposed to be over 10. But you want him to see everything. You want him to know. It don't work like that. You ain't putting the money into it. Let everybody make them penitentiary big enough where the people ain't crowded all up on each other. A guard got to come in here, and he barely can even see the third person. All he can see is the head. You supposed to, when they walk through there, they supposed to make sure you stand up. They supposed to see your whole body. They supposed to be able to make sure that you all right, and he all right, and he all right. If I'm in here and going on, I got you propped up and killed you, and your head showing with your eyes open, and we two in front of you and going on, you see the head go, you keep on going. Dude in there been dead when they cut the dude's head out with the dental floss. They cut a whole man's head out and stuck him on the bed, and it's a day and something. When I was in USP Florence, the dude had been in the cell dead. The police knew it. Had been in the cell dead 3 days. Because the police stomped him to death, but yet still the man had been in the cell for 3 days. How do the police justify not knowing a man that was in that cell dead for 3 days when you supposed to count him every day standing up? Nah, they like I said again, that's my take on it. I think some of them guys just at the spur of the moment when they seen all the excitement and they got pulled in by the drilling. And like I said, I don't wish nothing bad on them. I hope whatever they do, I just pray and hope they don't hurt nobody while they out. Understand your job is you trying to stay free. Don't hurt nobody. Don't do nothing stupid. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught and got another case. Now that's the only thing that I would wish out of the situation. They catch you, you go back and going on. I hope they never catch you. But still, don't let them catch you and you got another case. That's what I'm saying. Don't go out there and you got nothing to win by hurting somebody to take their car or hurting somebody. Find a way. You'll find a way. But you stay away from catching another charge. It's definitely hurting somebody because it's going to fall on that penitentiary. So that penitentiary is going to make sure that parish jail and all the influence that warden anybody got to make an example out of you, they're going to make sure that if you hurt somebody out there, they're gonna make sure you get the most. They're gonna make sure you max out as much as they can. But as of now, just escaping, I think it's about 10 years, unless it's aggravated circumstances. You know what I'm saying? And then, you can go to court and kind of get that worked on. So again, that's on OG Percy. Man, you know how it is. So, I mean, like I said, much respect to him, and I'm going on, and I'm just kicking it about that. People ask me what was my reaction to it when I seen it. And then I had seen part of his podcast, because they were telling me he had did something on it and going on. And yeah, that's what it is. And much respect to OG Percy. Okay, but now back to the guys. I mean, I doubt if y'all watching my podcast anyway, but like I said, just don't hurt nobody, man. Ain't nothing wrong. I mean, we ain't mad at you, but just don't hurt nobody out there. All right? Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. You know when my next video comes out. All right, peace.
Good afternoon, I'm Meg Gatto.
And I'm Lauren McCoy. Another post on Instagram claims to come from Orleans Parish jail escapee Antoine Massey.
Gabby Killett shares what's in that post and what it reveals about one of the last escapees still on the run.
The latest post on this Instagram account, someone who claims to be escapee Antoine Massey proclaiming his innocence while tagging Fox 8 and other media outlets. It appears to be the same account that posted these videos Sunday.
I'm showing y'all, the whole world, how corrupted the state of Louisiana is. I'm an innocent man. Yes, in my past, I made mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say mistakes. I was just young. You know what I'm saying? But the system has failed a lot of people, and not just me.
Deputy U.S. Marshal Brian Fair said it was media who made authorities aware of the most recent post Thursday morning. Fair adds authorities are investigating.
We're going to continue to look for him. It's what's going to happen is going to happen. We'll continue to investigate leads, and hopefully he'll either surrender to us or we'll capture him, one or the other.
Massey also allegedly posted different versions of a 10-minute video Sunday to that account. In them, he called on President Donald Trump, Kim Kardashian, and multiple rappers to help him. In the videos, he also presents documentation that he says supports his innocence, specifically in the domestic abuse case for which he was incarcerated at the time of his May 16th escape. Fair adds it's too early to tell whether the photo could lead detectives to Massey, who has been on the run for nearly 3 weeks. Fox 8 legal analyst Joe Raspani says posting to social media is risky, and that Massey's posts come as he likely runs out of resources and support.
In my experience, when you get desperate, you get careless, which would mean he would become more likely to be found out. But we'll just have to wait and see.
And anyone who has information on Massey or Derek Groves' whereabouts is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 504-822-1111. The reward for any tip leading to an arrest is up to $50,000 per fugitive.